Good morning, students. Let's begin our social science class. In continuation of NCRT Geography chapter Lifelines of National Economy, today's contents: waterways, major seaports, airways. So we are going to discuss about the three ways: waterways, and under waterways we are going to discuss about the major seaports and airways. Waterways. Waterways are the cheapest means of transport. They are the most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. It is a fuel efficient and environment friendly mode of transport. So, these are the important points related to waterways. India has inland navigation waterways of 14,500 km in length. Out of these, only 5,685 km are navigable by mechanized vessels. Whenever we read data, it is through the NCRT book and it may varies as latest version. So please consider this thing. Now we are going to see the waterways, which is declared by national waterways by government. Some of it here for description. The Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldia. The length of this waterways 1620 kilometer and considered as national waterways number 1. Then second, the Brahmaputra River between Sadia and Dubri, 891 kilometer, national waterways number 2. Then the West Coast Canal in Kerala, Kotapurma, Kollam, Odiyagamandal and Champa Kakra canals. The length of this waterways is 1078 kilometer, national waterways number 4. Specified stretches of river Brahmani along with Matai River, delta channels of Mahanadi and Brahmani rivers and East Coast Canal 588 kilometer, national waterways number 5. So longest waterways, national waterways is the Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldia, national waterways number 1. The length 1620 kilometer. The question comes like this also: uh, the national waterways number 2 built on which river? So it is Brahmaputra river. So these type of topic consider in this manner. Apart from these, India's trade with foreign countries is carried from ports located along the coast. 95% of countries' trade, which is volume is 68 in terms of value, is moved by the sea. And we must remember we are peninsula. Seaports in India. Kandla is a tidal port. It caters to the convenient handling of exports and imports of highly productive greenery and industrial bed stretching across the state of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. So, through Kandla, these places material uh, export import to the other places. Mumbai is the biggest port with a s- spacious, natural, and well sheltered harbor. Then Jawaharlal Nehru Port are planned with a view to decongest the Mumbai port and serve as a hub port for this region. Marmagua Port in Goa is the primary iron ore exporting port of the country. This port accounts for about 50% of India's iron ore export. So, one mark question come in this category like through which port the iron ore export to the other country, like 50% iron ore export to the other country, or which port caters the greenery to the other part of the world. So Kandla port is this. We name the port which have the spacious, natural, and well sheltered harbor like Mumbai port. So this is how you prepare this portion. Now the next port is New Mangalore port, located in Karnataka. caters to the export of iron ore concentrated from Kudarmukh mines. Kochi is the extreme southwestern port located at the entrance of the lagoon with a natural harbor. On the east coast is the port of Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu. This port has a natural harbor and rich hinterland. Thus, it has a flourishing trade handling of a large variety of cargoes to even our neighboring countries like Sri Lanka, Maldives, etc., and the coastal region of India. Chennai is one of the oldest artificial port of the country. It is ranked next to Mumbai in terms of volume of trade and cargo. Vishakhapatnam is the deepest landlocked and well protected port. This port was originally conceived an outlet for iron ore exports. Paradip port located in Odisha, especially in the export of iron ore. Kolkata is an inland riverine port. This port serves a very large and rich hinterland of Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Being a tidal port, it requires constant dredging of Hooghly. Haldia port was developed as subsidiary port in order to relieve growing pressure on the Kolkata ports. So all these port you have to mark and locate on political map of India, and for your convenience I have given map also. Now go through with NCRT book all the ports given in book also. Airways. The air travel today is the fastest, most comfortable, and prestigious mode of transport. So, we are going to discuss about the importance of airways in our life. It can cover very difficult um, ones terrains like high mountains, dreary deserts, dense forest, and also long oceanic stretches with great ease. Think of the northeastern part of the country marked with the presence of big rivers, dissected relief, dense forest, frequent flood and international frontiers, etc. In the absence of air transport, air travel has made access easier. If we are not having the air transport, we are not able to reach in these all extreme part of the country. So this is the value of air transport for this region. The air transport was nationalized in 1953. On the operational side, the Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, subsidiary of Indian Airlines, private scheduled airlines, and non scheduled operators provide domestic air service. Air India provide international air services. Pavan Hans Helicopter Limited provide helicopter service to oil and natural gas commission in its offshore operations. 2. Inaccessible area of difficult terrain like the northeast state and interior part of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttaranchal. Pavan Hans Helicopter Limited provide helicopter service. Indian Airlines operations also extend to the neighboring countries of South and Southeast Asia and Middle East. Air travel is not within the reach of common people. So this is the limitation, the limitations of air transport, that it is not within the reach of common people. It's very expensive. It is only in the northeastern state that a special provision are made to extend the service to the common people. So it is only uh, available, easily available in northeastern. Otherwise rest of the country people can't afford it. Then international airport, like we are giving name Raja Sansi, that is in Amritsar, Indira Gandhi International in Delhi, Chhatrapati Shivaji in Mumbai, Meenambakkam, Chennai, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Kolkata, Rajiv Gandhi, Hyderabad. So these all places we have to mark and locate in political map of India, and it is given in your NCRT book also. Question related to the topic: name the cheapest means of transport. Waterways, write any 3 points of importance of waterways, that we can write the paragraph is starting how the waterways is important for human life. uh, like waterways are the cheapest means of transport. they are the most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods, fuel efficient, environment friendly, and thus it is carry forward the number of people. Name the longest national waterways of India. The national waterways number one, Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldia, 1620 kilometer. Name the river related to national waterways number two, Brahmaputra. Give a short account of major ports of India. Here, you are going to write all 12 major ports name like Kandla. Start from Kandla, and then next is Mumbai, then Jawaharlal Nehru, then Marmagoa, then New Mangalore, then Kochi, then Tuticorin, then Chennai, and then Vishakhapatnam, Paradeep, Haldia, and Kolkata. And you will write three points for each. Then, which is the fastest, comfortable, and prestigious mode of transport? Air transport. When was the air transport nationalized? um, Air transport nationalized in which year? It is nationalized in no, 1953. All right. So give a detailed account of air transport in India. What are its limitations? So you are going to write the importance. It is the fastest, comfortable, prestigious mode of transport. It can cover very difficult terrain like high mountain, desert, dense forest, and long oceanic stretch with great ease. All right. And then we only imagine northeast part of country because of the presence of the air transport, and limitations that it is not affordable, and only the part common people cannot afford it, and only the part of eastern people can use that. This is the limitation. All right. So this is what the question, and this is map assignment from this topic. You have to mark and locate major ports, all these ports, and international with proper labeling in political map of India. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.